Mixmaster Terminator X-File. There you go. My man Malicious, shout out to him.
Yes.
He fucking created this track and then sold it to a porno.
This is an accurate depiction of how we're living inside a thinking man's prison at slave camp.
We're creatively constricted at slave camp.
Mentally convicted. This is an accurate depiction of how we're living inside a thinking man's prison at slave camp.
We're creatively constricted. Slave camp.
Mentally convicted.
My boss is an F&A whole
sucker
trying to reprimand me like my mother. He says one thing but wants another, and when he's coming I'm running for cover, or else he'll smother me like a jealous lover and discover my obsessive plan to do my own thing while I'm working for the man. Stressing, don't question the task that lasts hours. He'll nitpick every bit to show power. Nothing's his fault, even though it's opposite. His composite can be confused with vomit and feces. He's sneaky, he has hidden cameras and he's peeking behind my monitor. I promise you, one day you'll hear this song and know all along I made money from you being a fuckface. My life is like that movie Office Space, except my cube has no walls, no room to scratch my balls. Hear every word of the personal calls.
Word, Fon's mom had a root canal?
It's not logical to express my frustration in words is not possible. Cause
this is an accurate depiction of how we're living inside a thinking man's prison at slave camp. Creatively constricted at slave camp.
We're mentally convicted.
Cause this is an accurate depiction of how we're living inside a thinking man's prison at slave camp. Creatively constricted at slave camp.
We're mentally convicted.
Responsibility illing me out. Subliminally intimate, jousting the infinite significant presence of something other smothering me, and so I suffer, grasping at the brass ring while the devil's laughing at me, passing for the corporate face, telling me anybody can be replaced. Is there a place for the autonomous man within that structure, or must I rupture in order to build? It's true I'm skilled but not in diplomacy. Instead I take control of my destiny through poetry. Reprioritize your corporatized lives and organize the tribes. Don't you know that prophetic scribes defy pathetic cries? Rise up and be accounted for with bountiful pride. Live and vibrant, my vibe non-violent. Who made the silent majority the authority on how to horribly shortchange our destiny? Don't just pretend to be satisfied.
Escape from slave camp.
Flee the penitentiary. This is an accurate depiction of how we're living inside a thinking man's prison at slave camp.
We're creatively constricted. Slave camp.
Mentally convicted. This is an accurate depiction of how we're living inside a thinking man's prison at slave camp.
Creatively constricted. Slave camp.
Mentally convicted. I step into the subway depth instantly.
I'm a sweltering mess,
awaiting my ride to death.
Overtime
with non-paid overtime expected. Disease, races to find places to hide in my mind.
Yeah.
Continuing the theme of the true stories.
Thank you, obligatory claps.
Yes, yes.
Appreciate you guys. Thank you. I'll buy your beers after.
We'll be fighting everybody one by one after the show.
I got an IOU on your ass for the obligatory clap.
Absolutely.
Fucking, I gave you the clap.